day, if you will, here at Rutgers. The crowd giving pom-poms before the game. I'm sure we'll see them throughout the course of this afternoon's contest. All right, in the background, you can hear public address announcer Kathy Canning announcing the starting lineups for today's game, and we'll give them to you as well. For the Lady Hawks of St. Joseph's, they will start up front. Forward, number 34, Janine Reynolds. She's a 5'11 sophomore out of Sewell, New Jersey. Also, Kim Foley, 6'1 junior from Peabody, Massachusetts, averaging 14.2 points per game. At the center slot, it's a 6'1 sophomore from Trenton, New Jersey, Dale Hodges. She is the Hawks' leading scorer, averaging 15.4 points per game, and their leading rebounder at 9.6. In the backcourt, it is 5'2 senior Debbie Black out of Warminster, Pennsylvania. Second team all-conference last year in the Atlantic 10. Also, Ellen Shields, who was on the all-freshman team last year, 5'5 sophomore out of Philadelphia. The head coach of St. Joseph's, Jim Foster, in his 9th year, a career record of 176 wins and 96 losses. Excellent coaching record. Now for the Lady Knights of Rutgers, ranked number 6th in the nation, 19 up and 3 down on the year. They will start up front, All-American Sue Wicks, 6'3 senior out of Center Mauritius, New York. She is the leading scorer for Rutgers, 26.5 points per game, 12 rebounds per contest, and leads the team in steals. Also, Vicky Pikett, 6-foot freshman out of Heightstown, averaging 10.6 points per game. At the center slot, as you hear the crowd roaring for Sue Wicks as she comes out, at the center slot it is Missy Lender, 6'2 junior out of Enola, Pennsylvania. She's doing a very good job inside for Rutgers this year, averaging 11.7 points per game. In the backcourt, at the point guard position, 5'6 junior out of Milltown, Janet Maloof, leading the team in assists and also shooting 46% from three-point range. She's been doing an outstanding job. And Talisha Austin, 5'9 junior out of Patterson, averaging 12.9 points per game. And she is the team captain as well. There is Teresa Grentz, the Rutgers head coach, outstanding career record. Of course, started her coaching career early on with St. Joseph's at a 27-5 record at St. Joseph. A little extra incentive for Teresa going up against her former club. And this year, of course, guiding the Lady Knights to a 19-3 record. And right now, the crowd here at Rutgers standing for our national anthem, which will be sung momentarily. And as I mentioned again, an excellent crowd here at Rutgers for this Atlantic 10 game. On the line is really first place in the conference, as Rutgers is undefeated in the Atlantic 10, 13-0. St. Joseph's at 12-1. Their only loss coming against Rutgers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. As the rockets reflect amongst the singing air, it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nicely done. National anthem sung before the game. Again, Lou Brogno joined by Dick Lloyd, and just moments away from the opening tip-off of today's game. These two teams have already played this year, as we mentioned, down in Philadelphia, and Rutgers winning that one by the score of 71-57, the last meeting. In that game, Dick, St. Joseph's led up until the 4-minute mark of the second half, they were in pretty good control. Rutgers did an excellent job off the boards and then pulled away from St. Joseph's late in the game. But I think that we should really accentuate that point. It was late in the game.
It was at that 4-minute mark. As a matter of fact, St. Joseph's just went stone cold and could not score a basket. You mentioned Janet Malouf before. She hit some key outside shots to break it open for Rutgers at that point.
St. Joseph's in their road maroon uniforms with the yellow and white trim, and Rutgers in the home white with the scarlet numerals and letters. Sue Wicks will jump for Rutgers against Dale Hodges. And the tap is controlled by Rutgers. Lady Knights move left to right on your screen. Austin to Wicks. Beautiful pass inside to Lender.
And we said that before. She does that early. It just seems to be a pattern of Sue Wicks. She likes to give the ball up early and let some of her teammates score.
A gorgeous pass to begin the game for Rutgers. Full court pressure, and St. Joseph's breaks it. This is Shields, and she's in trouble against Malouf. Foley, top of the key, bounce pass, Hodges, turnaround, no good. Rebound, Lender loses, but Malouf picks it up. Janet Malouf runs the offense for Rutgers, and she will be hawked, no pun intended, all day by Debbie Black. Very aggressive defensively.
I guess it's because of her aggressiveness, Lou, but St. Joe's likes to let her pick the player up full court. The other players get right back in their zone.
Wicks tried to dump it inside the Lender, knocked away, and then Wicks tries to steal it back, knocks it away. Last touch by Rutgers. It will be St. Joseph's ball. We talked about that aggressive defense, and we should mention that St. Joseph's is an outstanding defensive club, ranked third in the nation in total defense.
And what they do is they mix it up. They'll play. We'll see a lot of different defenses being played today.
Give up an average of only 54 points a game inside the foul called on Rutgers. I believe it is on Sue Wicks. Also, ball club's only shooting 38% on the average against St. Joseph's, so they get some hands in your face. First team foul on the Lady Knights, and the first on Sue Wicks. This is Debbie Black outside. Rutgers leads a bucket to none early first half. This is Ellen Shields outside. 34 is Janine Reynolds. Debbie Black, foul line, fires up a shot, no good. Rebound Wicks. Malouf with the rifle pass to Austin, lays it up and in.
And that's what we talked about pre-game when we talked about T. Austin. They get the ball to Malouf, but she's got to have someone down there. T. Austin's the player that can get down that floor. Great example of it.
Hodges with a great move to the basket. Doesn't go. Lender throws it away, though. Lost her balance on the rebound. And Shields picked it off for the Hawks. Outside shot put up. No good. Off the front of the rim by Reynolds. St. Joseph's has not hit a basket yet. 2 minutes gone by first half. Rutgers leads 4-0. Outside Pikett, jumper, no good. Rebound underneath. Lender puts it up and in.
She was in great position for that too. Pikett took that shot from the right side, and Missy just blocked out and got that great offensive rebound. And again, Rutgers is starting out dominating the boards, both offensively and defensively.
All right, Debbie Black running the offense for St. Joe's. This is Reynolds, Foley. Outside, Reynolds moves baseline, in trouble being played by Wicks. Inside, Foley against Lender. Nice turnaround, kissed it off the glass. And St. Joseph's has its first basket of the game. It's 6-2 Rutgers. Austin brings it across up to Malouf, back outside to Alicia Austin. Lender, actually Wicks on the baseline with a sweet move.
That's what makes her so tough, Lou, because she can turn around and take the jumper, or like she did that time, turn around and drive the baseline and go up strong.
Hodges wide open, moves towards the basket, scores, and the foul is on Lender, and she seems to be shaken up. I did not get an indication as to whether or not the basket counts, and Jim Foster says count it, and they will. So the basket is good. It's 8-4. And Dale Hodges will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. She's shooting 70% from the free throw line this year.
And that's the second time that Hodges beat the Rutgers players down. Rutgers gonna have to take that away because they want St. Joe's to work just a little bit harder than to get that easy transition layup.
All right, Maloof up to Austin. Quickly, Rutgers gets it across 8-5. That's a 3-point Lady Knight lead. Wicks, and the foul is on Janine Reynolds. That's the first foul on her.
Officials grabbed that one early, and that official said, look, we're not going to play real tight inside. Any touch, I'm going to call it.
First team foul on St. Joe's. Austin outside, no good. And the rebound, Hodges. Good position underneath. All right, Debbie Black quickly up court. Bounce pass in the corner to Shields. Here's Black. Shields falls down, but gets it to Foley. St. Joseph's can pull to within one, but the ball thrown away. Austin to Maloof. Over to Lender. Missy lays it up and in.
Nice play. And did you see that they were looking for Maloof all the time? You just watch how many times that ball gets to Maloof's hands and she makes things happen.
Up ahead, Hodges. 10-5 Rutgers. 4 minutes gone by first half.
You know, Lou, we talked about the St. Joe's defense, but Rutgers opponents are shooting like 41% from the field. Rutgers defense is not bad either. It's that combination defense. They put good pressure on the ball.
Shields with a jump shot from outside. 10-7. Rutgers by 3. First basket of the game for Ellen Shields. Austin not looking for the pass, but fine athletic move to get her hands on it. Here's Pikett outside, moves in the paint, puts it up and scores. Strong move, Vicky Pikett.
And that's what she does best. She fakes the outside shot. That time they gave her baseline, which they shouldn't have, and she made a nice power move. But here's Hodges coming right back in transition.
Crowd looking for a charge, but not called. Outside Shields. Reynolds puts it up, no good. Rebound underneath Hodges, up, no good. Rebound Wicks. A little too much English on the ball that time for Hodges. Maloof moves in the paint, dumps it to Lender, puts it up, no good. Rebound tapped up, Wicks, put up again, and the foul.
Right back to rebounding being a problem. Down the other end, that was the first rebound, I think, offensively that St. Joe's got. They weren't able to convert with it. That time it was like Sue Wicks was playing with him. The other interesting thing is some of the other games we've done, Missy Lender's come out. She's been hitting the first half. She's come out the second half and done a great job. This time she's starting differently. She's 3 for 3 from the field.
And Wicks hits from the line. Sue Wicks leading the Lady Knights in free throw percentage, 83% on the season, which is excellent. She hits both. And Rutgers has its largest lead, the Lady Knights by 7, 14-7. Under 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Shields trapped in the corner, gets it back outside. Teresa Grentz unhappy, looking for a traveling call. Reynolds knocked away. Pikett with the steal. Vicky Pikett lays it up, no good. Wicks tips it up, no good. Foley and a jump ball. It'll be St. Joseph's ball on the alternating possession.
Two things I can see with St. Joe's, Lou. One, they've got to be able to hit from the outside because it's pretty tough to get that ball inside against Rutgers. And obviously they're going to have to do a better job on the boards, particularly their own offensive boards.
Debbie Black. Stephanie Hughes, 24 into the game now for St. Joseph's, traveling the call on Hodges.
Obvious that Jim Foster of St. Joe's wants to get that ball inside, but it's tough. You get it inside, and Rutgers usually has 3 players, one behind, one on either side with that defense. They do a good job at defending the inside game.
Janet Maloof moving against Shields. Here's Pikett. Bounce pass, Wicks. Dumps it back out to Pikett. Austin, top of the key. Bounce pass, Wicks puts it in.
Didn't hesitate. Teresa Grentz loved that move. Reminded her of the move she used to make when she was at Immaculata.
All right, here is this is Debbie Black. Black outside shot is no good. Rebound, Lender. Pikett to Lender. And Maloof back to Pikett. 16-7 Rutgers. Traveling the call on Lender.
As she landed, took that little pitter-patter step.
There's a look at Jim Foster's successful program. Last year, 23-9 NCAA tournament bid, 3 consecutive bids for St. Joseph's. Inside, Hodges puts it up and in. Dale Hodges, interesting story, sat out last season and playing very strong this year. Lender cannot catch up to it. A turnover on Rutgers, and St. Joseph's with an opportunity to cut it down to 5. Debbie Black brings it up. Under 13 minutes remaining, 16-9, Rutgers on top. Outside Hughes, bounce pass knocked away and off of the hands of Dale Hodges. Lynn Ust, the first substitution of the day for Rutgers, into the game. Lynn, the 5'11" freshman out of Hoffman High School in South Amboy, and she's in replacing Austin. She has the basketball. Pikett moves in the lane and draws the foul, reaching out at the top of the key, Dale Hodges. That's her first for St. Joseph's, the 3rd team foul of this first half. Ust outside, beautiful pass into Wicks, who scores.
What was so nice about that play, you could see it developing. Wicks went down, screened for Ust, button hook. Ust just dropped the ball right down inside, and Wicks made that great move to the basket.
18-9, it's a 9-point Rutgers lead. Shields outside, nice shot. Here's Maloof. Ust quickly up court, looks for help, back to Janet Maloof. Lynn Ust moves baseline, puts it up, offensive foul. Good job of drawing the charge by Stephanie Hughes. Teresa Grant's furious.
I'm not sure furious described that well enough. She certainly was.
Wicks with the steal, and then restolen by St. Joseph's. Inside, Foley got position, offensive foul.
It paid for Teresa Grant. She worked very, very hard that last time to talk to the official, and he got it back for her. Chalk that one up for the coach. Sue Wicks, 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line. Can't do much better than that.
18-11, 11:20 remaining first half. Wicks against Foley, short, rebound, Pikett, loses, knocked around, very physical play underneath, and St. Joseph's the other way. Ellen Shields stops, looks for help. Black was wide open, but Hodges left side. Top of the key, Hughes puts up a shot off, rebound knocked around out of bounds, it'll be Rutgers ball.
Great effort by Wicks on defense. She came firing out on that shot, put a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Sue Wicks, turnaround, good.
St. Joe's trying to play man-to-man now, having a difficult time on that. Very difficult to play Sue Wicks one-on-one.
20-11, Rutgers by 9. This matches their largest lead of this first half. 10.5 remaining. Debbie Black in three-point range. Thought about it, pulled it back. Shields to Black, three-pointer, good. Debbie Black fires the three-pointer and hits. 20-14, 6-point Rutgers lead. Ust outside, loses. Thought she was fouled, nothing called, and then the foul is on Debbie Black, offensive foul. And she's upset with the call.
Well, she's upset because she had a player all alone down the floor, and if she could have gotten around that, she'd have had 2 points for sure and an assist.
And now Jim Foster upset. So both coaches getting into the game early. In the corner, Austin Wicks with the look-away pass that is thrown away. Here is Hodges. Looks for help, gets it back. Foley, beautiful pass into Hughes, who lays it in. Gorgeous pass by Kim Foley. 20-16, and St. Joseph's is right back in it. They trail by only 4. 9.5 remaining first half. Maloof outside Ust. Inside Linder puts it up, no good. Rebound St. Joseph's, and the Hawks with a 3-on-1. Quickly up court, Shields lays it up, no good. Linder to Maloof. Dishes ahead, Austin. Austin looks for help. Maloof, rather Shields goes into the St. Joseph's bench, and Austin hits the jumper outside. (22-16). St. Joseph's quickly up court. Shields will pull it out. Foley loses. Black wide open. Jumper no good. Rolls off the rim. And Wicks loses. All right, jump ball. Let's take a look at the last basket Rutgers made. Austin outside.
It was a great play because that time she brought it down and she held it when she got in the corner before she took that jumper. That was smart. She didn't take it the first time, took it the second time.
Rutgers looking to inbound there. You'll see it again.
See, she had the chance that first time down, but she was smart. She held it back, threw it back out. Maloof threw it back into her. She took the good jumper. That was very smart playing by T. Austin.
Here's Maloof. Wendy Porter in the game. Black. They'll call the foul on Debbie Black.
Debbie Black's a great player. She really just hustles the entire time. A few minutes ago, we saw her on the floor trying to get that steal. And it's a nice matchup between Janet Maloof and Debbie Black, two of the better point guards in the country.
Wicks. Oh, gorgeous move. The shot did not go.
Great move, such great quickness. She found herself just a little bit too far behind the basket, had to adjust the shot too much.
Debbie Black dishes outside. Beth Sapensky's in the game now for St. Joseph's. She has the basketball baseline. Shields out up top. Here's Black. Outside shot, no good. Off the back of the rim. Wicks rebound. Shovels to Maloof. Up ahead, Austin. Austin in and out. Rebound. Ust does not score. St. Joseph's the other way. Good play by Hodges as she saved it from going out of bounds. And Ellen Shields to Debbie Black. 7.5 remaining first half. Outside, Foley wide open, doesn't go. And Wicks hands to Maloof. 22-16 your score. Rutgers by 6. Lynn Ust. Outside, moves in the paint. A little bump and scores.
As a matter of fact, that little bump should have been an offensive foul. Of course, the official was out of position on that. But it's a great move by us if she can get away with that.
Here's Hodges. Moves baseline. Does not go. The reverse underneath does not go. And Ust comes back the other way. Here is Wicks. Porter. Maloof outside. Here's Debbie Black. Black outside. Foley puts it up, no good, and Wicks the rebound. St. Joseph's has gone cold the last few minutes from the floor. 24-16, Rutgers by 8 in a quickly played first half. There has not been a timeout called in this first half. 6:20 remaining. Austin to Porter. Porter puts it up, no good. Rebound, St. Joseph's. Neither team able to score now over the last 2 minutes. And a timeout call. There's your first timeout of the first half. 6 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in this first half as Teresa Grants goes over to talk to the referee. We'll take a break. Your score, Rutgers 24, St. Joseph's 16.
Ticket to a great dining experience for the entire family. When you're thinking lunch, think George's for the freshest, best-tasting seafood, steaks, ribs, and chicken. When you're thinking dinner, think George's for the best in Italian specialties, sautéed French delights, or anything you desire. So hop the train or follow the tracks to George's Station Restaurant on Main Street in Bound Brook. Because when it comes to dining, if George can't make you happy, no one will. All aboard!
Dick Lloyd, the last few minutes, neither team able really to get into any kind of offensive flow. The shots have not been falling.
Well, we said before, St. Joe's has a little bit more trouble hitting from the outside. They're having a little bit of trouble now. They're 6 for 17. Rutgers 12 for 22, so shooting much better than St. Joe's is.
Rutgers leading by 8, 24-16. And it's been a heated first half of action. Both coaches getting into it, not particularly thrilled with some of the calls, or if you will, non-calls.
Well, of course, there's an art to that. It's keeping those officials on top of the game and make sure it doesn't just go one-sided. You have to remind them that there's another side to the story, and both coaches have done a good job of that in this game.
All right, St. Joseph's with the basketball. Debbie Black moves right side. Cross court to Shields. St. Joe's looks to get to within 6. They trail by 8. Black for 3, way off. Air ball. And, of course, the crowd loves that as they get all over Debbie Black.
Debbie Black, it's really not jump shot. It's like a little push because she's a little bit outside of range at that three-point, although she is shooting 54% for the year from the field.
Janet Maloof moves against Black. Austin outside, holds the ball high over her head. Pikett at the foul line, moves in a couple steps, off. Rebound, St. Joseph's. Foley quickly to Black. Debbie Black outside, and traveling is the call on Beth Supensky. And the game has slowed down action-wise over the last few minutes.
Beth Supensky coming off the bench. She's averaging 5 points a game as a sub for St. Joe's.
And Rutgers still by 8, 24-16, approaching the 5-minute mark in the first half. Lender outside, Wicks open at the foul line, shovels inside to Lender.
Nice play. St. Joe's is trying to junk up the defenses a little bit, and they're getting a little bit of trouble in their matchups and letting players come through. That was a great pass, though, by Wicks.
I'll tell you, it's hard to find a better passer than Sue Wicks. She is something else with that basketball. Outside. Debbie Black moves, throws it outside again. Supensky, Rutgers tough defense here. Black turnaround, no good. Rebound Wicks. And hands to Maloof. Maloof quickly, Pikett, Lender, turnaround, good.
Missy Lender playing one of her finest first halves that we've seen now.
Rutgers has its largest lead, Lady Knights by 12, 28-16. Debbie Black calls a play as she stands at the point. Inside, Hodges loses, dumps it back, nice save. And St. Joseph's around the horn. Inside, Hodges moves against Wicks, finds Supensky, lays it up, and the foul.
That's very nicely executed from the entry pass to Hodges throwing it to the opposite side to Supensky. Well executed.
So score the basket, and Beth Supensky to the line. She is not a good free throw shooter, averaging 38% from the line this year. And you see it there. 28-18, Rutgers by 10. Maloof quickly across the midcourt line. Debbie Black trying to sneak up from behind. Wicks, Lender with confidence, kisses it off the glass.
But that defense of St. Joe's is just letting Rutgers get inside too much. They've had a high and a low player. Linda with 12 points the first half.
30-18, 3.5 remaining. Rutgers in pretty good control right now. This game much different than the one played in Philadelphia between these two teams, where St. Joseph's had the upper hand for most of the game. Shields outside, three-pointer is good. 30-21, 3 minutes remaining first half. Ellen Shields shooting well from the perimeter. Pikett, Lender tries to save. She was going out of bounds and unable to catch up to it is Pikett.
Ellen Shields is St. Joe's best three-point shooter. She's 2 for 2 today. Makes her 6 for 16 on the year. And it's interesting, she did not start until the last 6 games, and she's come on very strong, averaging 10 points a game during the last 6 games, and increasing St. Joe's offensive output by about 10 points.
Yeah, St. Joe's up to 74 points a game, so a key insertion into the lineup for Jim Foster. Inside, Foley, Hodges looks to save, cannot, and Rutgers on the turnover.
Tough operating in traffic down there. Hodges can put the ball on the floor well, having a little trouble with her hands today.
Lender waits for help, and Austin quickly across the midcourt line. It's Alicia Austin, the captain of the Lady Knights. Here's Maloof to Austin. Wicks, turn around, looking for help. Outside Maloof from the foul line, swish.
And that's exactly what she did in the first game when it went down to that stretch where Rutgers pulled ahead. She had that shot at about 15 feet.
32-21, 11-point Rutgers lead. 2 minutes remaining, first half. Good, tough defense by RU. St. Joe's spinning is Hodges, but traveling is the call.
Traveling's a tough call to make, I'll tell you. I'm glad I don't have to wear that shirt and make the travel call.
Lender gets it in. Very few substitutions by either team in this first half. Ust, who is one of those substitutions, with the basketball. Bounce pass, Wicks. And Sue with a ill-advised shot that time underneath. But St. Joe's the other way. And the good pass, and Stephanie Hughes scoring for the Hawks. 9-point game, 32-23. Minute and a half remaining. Austin the other way, but Ust is there to put it in.
Great job by Austin. Just a breakdown by St. Joe's to allow her to walk in and get that unmolested rebound and then put it right back up.
Debbie Black looks to get it across. Up court, Hodges wide open and throws it away, but retrieved by Shields. Debbie Black, bullet pass outside. Back to Black, and the foul is going to be on Wicks, reaching over against Kim Foley. Kim Foley has been relatively quiet offensively here in this first half. Wendy Porter will report back in for Rutgers. So Wicks will sit down.
Well executed inbounds play.
Foley scores off the inbound pass. 34-25, 1 minute remaining first half. Austin in the corner, Austin. Porter turnaround, no good, too hard. Quick outlet pass up court, Shields catches up to it and brings it back out. Stephanie Hughes, excuse me, it's Beth Supensky. Here is Shields. St. Joseph's looks to cut it to 7. Foley, Hodges puts it up, no good. Rebound knocked around Maloof. And Rutgers can play for the last shot if they so desire here in this first half. And I believe they will play for one. Shot clock turned off, 10 seconds remaining, first half. Maloof to Ust. Lynn Ust, Maloof, 6 seconds. Austin puts it up, no good. A rebound knocked around underneath. Hodges, and that'll do it. So that's the end of the first half. Rutgers played very well, especially in the beginning of the first half. And St. Joseph's finds himself down by 9 against the first place Lady Knights in this key Atlantic 10 conference game. Your score at halftime, Rutgers 34, St. Joseph's 25. When we return, we'll take a look at first half statistics, and we'll have second half action.
See the best sports on ESPN. The color and excitement of college basketball stand out on Big Monday, an action-filled Big East Big Ten doubleheader every Monday through tournament time. Part of more than 150 live NCAA basketball matchups on ESPN. Tuesday nights, the most competitive teams in the NHL face off in one of the fastest games on 2 feet. Big Monday basketball and Tuesday hockey night start each week of Total Sports on ESPN.
Single-digit temperatures and sub-zero wind chill factors make homeless shelters such as this one located in downtown New Brunswick the only warm refuge for homeless residents. I'm James Polos and your host for Optimal Conclusions. Join me on my next show when advocates for homeless shelters and representatives from the Middlesex County area will discuss this very important issue on TKR Channel 6.
And welcome back to the Lewis Brown Athletic Center on the campus of Rutgers University. Lou Brogno joined by Dick Lloyd and the rest of the TKR Cable Channel 6 sports crew. Glad you could join us for this Atlantic 10 battle between St. Joseph's and Rutgers. Rutgers leading at halftime by the score of 34-25. Dick Lloyd, first half statistics, and St. Joseph's not able to shoot real well against that Rutgers defense from the field, only 39%.
I think the foul tries, too, is important. What the viewers can't see is the fact that St. Joe's has only taken 2 foul shots, and that's not because of the officiating. It's because against that defense, you just don't get the ball inside very often to get fouled. Rebounds are certainly crucial there. St. Joe's only has 2 offensive rebounds, and when you're shooting at about 39%, it means you're missing a lot. You got to get those offensive rebounds to score, and they're not doing that at all.
All right, individually, for St. Joseph's, pretty balanced, Dick. Ellen Shields leads the way with 7 points, but Hodges has 5 and Foley 4, Debbie Black with 3. Pretty balanced scoring. For Rutgers, a different leader. Lender with 12, outstanding first half, and Sue Wicks with 10 points.
And what's different about that, the games we've done before, Missy has been hiding the first half, and she's come on strong the second half. Be interesting to see what she does here.
All right, St. Joseph starts strong to begin half number 2. It's Hodges scores and Black steals. Dumps it back outside. St. Joseph's off the steal. 34-27 the score, a 7-point Rutgers lead, but St. Joe's looking to cut it to 5 as they move left to right on your screen. Black inside, Foley looks for help. Outside shot, put up, no good. Rebound, Hodges underneath, misses the layup, puts it up and scores. Dale Hodges, 34-29. It's a 5-point Rutgers lead.
There's exactly what I talked about. If they're going to shoot that poorly from the outside, they've got to get the offensive rebound and convert it to a basket like Dale Hodges did that time.
Maloof outside, fires and hits.
And that's the other key factor, too, is Janet Maloof. If she can hit that outside shot, she just improves Rutgers' offense tremendously.
All right, St. Joe's the other way. Foley, swish from the foul line. Here's Wicks, Maloof, Lender, turnaround, blocked by Hodges out of bounds. And Rutgers will regain possession. Lynn Ust is in, and Vicky Pikett will sit down. So a quick substitution by Teresa Grentz. Here is Ust. Foul outside on Hodges. Dale Hodges on the personal foul.
Lynn Ust got some good quality time that first half. She was 2 for 3, had 2 offensive rebounds, so Teresa wants to get her back in the game to make a contribution in the second half.
Lender. Wicks, turnaround, good.
Foley was all by herself on her that time. It didn't make any difference because Wicks just turned around and took the jumper, but she didn't have any help defensively.
38-31, Rutgers by 7, 18-20 remaining second half. Foley
Not going to be a boring second half if the first few minutes is any indication. And St. Joe's was running a different offense then. They got a lot of good movement.
Maloof quickly up court, dishes, and Foley steals. And Foley throwing some elbows, and Coach Grint's furious, barking at the referee. Outside, back out to Black. Inside, knocked away, Rutgers on the turnover. Once again, it was Wicks who knocked it away. Maloof fouled from behind by Foley.
I think, Teresa, that last time was correct. I think Foley just got a little too intense there and was using her elbows. And that is against the rules. Should have been, if she doesn't hit anyone, it should have been a violation.
Outside Ust, cross court, Maloof. Dishes inside, Austin lays it up, no good. Rebound, Linder dishes back to Austin, and she scores.
Great pass to start that whole thing by Maloof. Super cut by T. Austin. Great rebound by Linder. Super pass by Linder, and then Austin converts. Great example of Rutgers' offensive ability.
40-33. 17 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, second half. Inside, Hodges wide open, lays it home.
Interesting, put that up with her left hand there. Coach Foster liked that shot.
Lynn Ust quickly up court, looks for help, being played by Debbie Black. Maloof outside, Austin fires and hits.
She's come to play this half. That's the second time she's gotten the ball down inside. Remember, that's a guard going inside.
42-35, Rutgers by 7, 16:45 remaining. Hodges, baseline, good, gets the bounce.
Very nice shot by Hodges because Wicks came over to help on that weak side help and had a hand in her face.
Both teams have heated up here to begin the second half, and Shields picks Ust's pocket. Ellen Shields scores! 42-39, St. Joseph's has pulled it within 3. Wicks shot, no good. Rebound, St. Joe's. The Hawks can cut it to 1. Quickly, Foley up court. Dishes outside Hodges, and traveling is the call.
Great call by the official. He was on that time because she took a step with that fake. But I'll tell you, the pace of this game has really picked up. Both ends, both teams looking to run the ball, both teams looking to get it up.
St. Joe's has whittled that halftime deficit of 9 points down to 3. It's 42-39, 16 minutes remaining. Maloof outside, here's Austin. Inside, Linder, the foul outside is on Debbie Black.
Debbie Black has her hands up, She's shaking her head saying, yeah, I did foul that time. Interesting to look at her stats because she is like the second leading rebounder at 5.5 rebounds per game. I don't know how you get a half a rebound, but she has 5.5 rebounds per game, and she's 5'2".
Last touch by St. Joseph's. Rutgers will regain possession. And Austin, rather Linder, will trigger. Nope, Austin will trigger.
I do realize that half rebound is a mathematical, statistical rebound.
Black loses, Wicks regains. Sue Wicks puts it up and in.
Great move by Wicks, good body control because Debbie Black was in there trying to draw the charge, but Wicks hardly touched her.
44-39, 5-point Rutgers lead, 15.5 remaining second half. Here's Hodges, Wicks with the steal. And Maloof, Black re-steals, puts it up, no good. Looking for the foul, didn't come. Here's the Maloof, goes right down the lane, outside Austin, fires, no good. Rebound, St. Joseph's. Here comes Black quickly ahead to Shields. Ellen Shields, nice move, too hard off the glass. Ust with the rebound. Lynn stolen by Black, and the foul is on, well, I believe the foul might be on St. Joseph's. I'm not sure. Nope, foul is on Lynn Ust.
I'm sure Debbie Black leads the Atlantic 10 in hitting the scorer's table because I think she does that at least once a game.
Let's take a look at it again. See if we can pick up what happened.
Awfully difficult call to say that was on Lynn Ust. Black had the ball.
Black took a shot in the face from Wicks, and then they call it kickball.
She's talking to that official too, saying, I got hit in the hand, I got hit in the face, I hit the scorer's table.
Debbie Black, Foley in the paint, outside Shields, jumper, no good, rebound Wicks. Sue Wicks tough off the boards here in this second half. And shovels to Maloof, up quickly to Ust. 14.5 remaining. 5-point Rutgers lead. Ust loses, it'll be St. Joseph's ball. Grentz with some instructions to the freshman Ust.
Counseling the freshman. Turnovers are even now, 13 apiece.
Debbie Black. Shields, yes! Ellen Shields. 44-41. 14 minutes remaining second half. It's turned into an excellent ball game. Maloof out at the top of the key. Barks out instructions. Lynn Ust. Here's Wicks. You take a look at Foster in the corner of your screen, looking intently.
Interesting, we had the point guard, Janet Maloof, that time posting down, trying to get it inside to the point guard.
And the first timeout of the second half. Teresa Grentz calls timeout. 13 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. Second half, the score, Rutgers 44, St. Joseph 41.
Hi, this is Dick DiBartolo, host of Consumer You, the show for you, the consumer. Yes, you, sitting there with the shirt open and the suspenders. I'm talking to you. You're a consumer. But you know what? You went to buy a can of oil. The guy sold you a truck. You have no willpower. You sent for a clothes dryer. What'd they send you? A piece of clothesline. This is the show for you. You read the fine print. You bought an airline ticket. You find you can only fly with a penguin. You should be watching Consumer You. Wednesdays and Thursdays at 6. Fridays at 8:30.
And the Rutgers cheerleaders trying to get the crowd into it. It's a good ball game, 44-41. St. Joseph's trails by 3. Interesting here in this second half. Dick, we haven't seen much of Vicky Pikett, the heralded freshman out of Hightstown. Got an early hook as Lynn Ust came in, and Vicky has not re-entered.
Interesting, the first game against St. Joe's, Pikett was really not into the ball game. She played, but did make a significant contribution.
All right, Maloof looks the trigger in and finds Austin. You see Lender went down, nothing called. Austin moves baseline, puts it up, no good. The foul outside, and I believe it's on Stephanie Hughes. And it is on Hughes. That's her first. And for St. Joseph's, the 4th team foul. T. Austin at the line. Talisha shooting 61% from the free throw line this year, hits the first. And she'll get another. Second, good. Austin hits both. (46-41). Here is Debbie Black, top of the key. Hughes, Shields. Lady Knights lead it by 5, 13.5 remaining. Bounce pass inside Foley, nice move, doesn't go. And a jump ball, I believe is the call. In that case, it is Rutgers ball on the alternating possession. Wicks with an excellent job. The St. Joseph's fans are irate at that call.
Rutgers playing man-to-man that time, and again, St. Joe's couldn't come down and control that rebound. Hodges had her hand on it, but so did Wicks.
Bounce pass, Wicks, baseline, soft shot, gets the bounce.
She does such a nice job, exactly. Foley there giving the sign for the offensive foul. She won an offensive foul. Rutgers fans didn't think so at all. Neither did the official.
Rutgers increases its lead to 7, 48-41, Lady Knights. Here is Hodges, does not go as it rolls off the rim. Austin to Maloof. Quickly, Janet up court, being played by Black. Looks to bring it outside, but Debbie Black with that tough D jump ball. It's going to be St. Joseph's ball.
Black's tough. She's persistent. She's just always on you, and you can't let up for 1 second. She did a great job of causing that turnover.
You see the facial expression by Janet Maloof. Janet not happy with that last sequence. 48-41. St. Joseph's looks to cut it to 5. They have been as close as 3 here in this second half. Black to Foley. Hughes. Cross court Black. Debbie Black. Kim Foley. In the paint, lays it up too hard. Offensive foul as Linus draws the charge.
Well, Foley just put that ball down, and I think Us saw it coming, and she just held her ground and drew that charge.
Black with the steal, but she takes it out of bounds. She slides in, and the Scarlet Knight giving the safe sign out of bounds.
Somebody to keep a stat on how many times she hits the floor. She'd certainly be a national leader, no question about that. She really hustles. Outstanding field hockey player for the Hawks women's field hockey team, plays third base for the softball team, a real athlete and competitive.
Here's Linus. Maloof. Knocked away by Hodges, and she overplayed very well.
Nice help by Hodges because we had Us swinging that baseline. She's going to be wide open. Hodges helped out.
Lender rejected by Hodges. Us puts it up short. Rebound Lender, and Missy brings it back out. Rutgers dominating the boards.
No question about rebounding being a factor. That's a good example right there.
Maloof, Lender, traveling is the call.
Good call. When we yell at the officials and make a bad call, we'll let them know when they make a good call. No question about that. It's interesting to see Hodges has blocked both of Lender's shots when she's gotten it down inside and tried to turn around. Hodges has been right on her.
In case you just joined us, this is a battle for first place in the Atlantic 10. Rutgers in first with that perfect 13-0 record. Shot outside good. Ellen Shields, 48-43. St. Joseph's with only one conference loss. It was to Rutgers. And St. Joseph, of course, would like to make amends here today. They trail by 5. Here's Austin outside. Ust, Maloof, inside Lender, traveling. And Coach Grunt says, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm not quite sure that's what she said, but that will cover.
We'll paraphrase.
Yes.
Yes. Rutgers, number 6 in the nation, 11-game winning streak, a 42-game home winning streak on the line in this contest. Thrown away. Here's Austin. T. Austin loses, but deflected by Hughes. Wicks, the lays it up, no good. The foul is on St. Joseph's. It's against Dale Hodges.
As we said, Wicks does so well. She can find that open player inside. She's not afraid to give it up, and that's what separates the great players from the good players. Good player may be looking inside, trying to make the move every time. She knows how to use her teammates, and it was a nice pass, and then she was great on the offensive board.
Maloof, yes! It is a 2-point shot inside the 3-point line. Absolutely.
When Maloof does that, Rutgers is so much better, and she's doing such a nice job today at hitting that outside shot.
50-43. Hodges, as Lender goes down. Nice shot by Hodges, doesn't go. Us playing tough with a rebound underneath, and on the alternating possession, it is Rutgers ball on the jump ball situation. T. Austin comes out, and Suzanne Cooper into the game for the first time. 5'9" sophomore out of Laurel, Maryland. Traveling on Us, and she knew it. Just flipped the ball back.
So you realize how much better that makes Rutgers when Janet Maloof can score from the outside.
Debbie Black, Hodges being played by 3 people, banks it up, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good, puts it up 3rd time, no good, 4th time, draws the foul. Sue Wicks upset.
Hodges, of course, chalks up a few offensive rebounds that time. She's got 12 points so far in the game. She's playing a little bit better this half, although, again, Rutgers' defense on that initial play when it went inside playing their matchup had her contained.
Approaching the halfway point of this second half. St. Joseph's with Hodges at the line. She's shooting 70% from the charity stripe. She hits the first. St. Joseph's as a team shoots 78%. And they could really use these free throws now. for Rutgers, only their second team foul of the second half. This one can cut it to 5. Second up, in and out. Rebound Lender. It's a 6-point Rutgers lead, 50-44. Cooper brings it across for the Lady Knights. Looks for help. Bounce pass Wicks. Turnaround good.
Tough to defend against because it's such a quick move and she's got such good size.
She is uncanny with that shot, that little baseline turnaround.
And that basket gave her her 18th point.
52-44. 8-point Rutgers lead. Foley with the turnaround hook. Nice soft shot as it bounces off the rim and goes in. And Jim Foster calls timeout for St. Joseph's. 9 minutes, 43 seconds remaining second half. A timeout on the floor. The score, Rutgers 52, St. Joseph's 46.
There are many ways to say no. When it comes to drugs, know enough to say no. A public service announcement sponsored by the International Council of Shopping Centers.
Rutgers leading by 6, 52-46. And this ball game pretty much the way we thought it would be, Dick Lloyd. St. Joseph's, of course, fell behind early in the first half. They were down by as many as 11, but they have fought their way back. And again, a matchup between the two best teams in the Atlantic 10 Conference.
Well, St. Joseph's hanging tough. You have to remember they have that disadvantage of playing at Rutgers. They could have been blown out, but they keep hanging there. I'm sure that's why Foster wanted that timeout right there, because when you're down to about 9.5 minutes to play, down 6 points, he doesn't want it to slip further than that. He wants to go the other way with it.
All right, Lender will trigger the inbound. St. Joseph's with full court pressure. Long pass to Wicks, and she'll get it back to Lender. Missy hands to Cooper. Suzanne across the midcourt line. Top of the key, in the lane, knifes in, puts it up and in.
Great move when St. Joe switched to a man-to-man to try to put a little more pressure, try to contain Rutgers a little more, be a little more legitimate with it, but did a poor job that time defensively.
Cooper, excellent job, saw that opening and took it to the hoop, and Coach Grent's applauding that one on the Rutgers bench. 54-46, 8-point lead. 9 minutes remaining. Foley at the foul line, Shields for 3. No good, rebound underneath. Wicks loses, comes out with it. Sue Wicks gives the Cooper up to Wicks. Wicks, beautiful pass to us, but it's stolen by Hodges. Up ahead to Foley. Foley puts it up, no good. Yes, she gets the bounce. 54-48, St. Joseph's has cut it to 6. Maloof quickly up court, us turnaround good.
Credit that to Maloof. It was her transition. It was her pushing the ball down the floor, getting it to Wicks. Nice job by Janet Maloof.
When Wicks has her back to the basket, she is almost unstoppable with that turnaround little jump shot. Shields knocked away. Good defense by Rutgers. Here's Cooper. Cooper dishes Wicks. Fakes the jumper and the foul outside on St. Joe's. That is the 17th foul on St. Joseph's, puts them over the limit, and Rutgers will shoot now the remainder of this second half.
Almost looks like that timeout worked against St. Joe's. Instead of getting them back in the ball game, it's starting to slip away.
And Wicks goes to the line. Sue, an outstanding free throw shooter, as we mentioned. 83% on the year, which is terrific anytime you're in the 80s percentage-wise. And wouldn't you know it, she misses the first, naturally. Here comes Shields, right side, being played by Wicks. St. Joseph's looking to get a hoop here and cut it to 6. Debbie Black at the foul line. In the corner, Foley to Black. Under 8 minutes remaining second half. Foley moves towards the lane. Shields wide open for 3. Yes! Ellen Shields has been brilliant from three-point range in this game. And it's a 5-point Rutgers lead.
Remember, Shields is a player that did not start for the last 6 games, and she's above her average right now.
The foul is on Rutgers, I believe. Suzanne Cooper. Nope, Debbie Black, I'm sorry. Foul's on Debbie Black, and she attempted to steal. And with St. Joe's over the limit, again, Rutgers at the line. Suzanne Cooper will go to the free throw line. 57% from the line this year. And Coop's first is good. She'll get another. Looking to put Rutgers up by 7. Second on the way, good. Cooper hits both. She's played well since being inserted into the lineup here in the second half.
Good substitution. She has given Rutgers a boost.
58-51. RU by 7. 7.5 remaining second half. Ellen Shields has also played well. Inside, traveling the call on Wendy Brink into the game for the first time. 6'1" freshman out of Butler, Pennsylvania. And she turns the ball over. Rutgers can go up by 9 with a basket here. Wicks, turn around, no good. Too hard off the back rim. Shields. St. Joe's setting up. Bounce pass in the corner, Foley. Inside, Hodges being played by Wicks, loses. Lender comes up with the steal. Here's Maloof, Janet Maloof. Kicked out of bounds by Shields. There's a look at Teresa calling the plays, checking out what's happening. Here's Austin. Jumper, no good. Baseline rebound, St. Joseph's. Up ahead, Hodges. In the paint, throws it away. Looking to dish it off to Wendy Brink. Wendy not looking for it.
And that's sometimes a quality of Sue Wick's game you overlook. She does not throw the ball away very often. And for Rutgers, some interesting substitutions. Vicki Pikett back in the ball game. Lynn Us back in the ball game. 2 freshmen.
Lender and Austin sit down. 6.5 remaining in the second half. 58-51. Here's Maloof. Wicks shovels inside Cooper. Too hard. Rebound underneath. St. Joseph's comes away 3-on-1. Shields pulls up. Takes it to the hoop now. Bounce pass outside. Here's Hodges. Cross court. Foley loses. In the paint. Foley puts it up. No good. Rebound Maloof. Janet Maloof with a bullet pass up to Pikett. Vicki Pikett fouled underneath.
Maloof creating that again. It's your point guard getting the rebound, getting it down to Pikett, who took it to the basket strong.
All right, Vicki will go to the line. Now remember, she's been on the bench for quite a while. Shooting just 66% from the free throw line this year. And she'll shoot 2. Vicki Pikett, an outstanding addition to this Rutgers team this year. Great potential, averaging 10.6. Just been handed the attendance figure today. 4,364. Good crowd on hand to see the Lady Knights in St. Joseph's battle. And second, no good. Vicki misses both free throws. Not a good sign for Rutgers. Knights lead by 7, 58-51. Shields wide open for 3. Now you got to go out and play her, Dick Lloyd, because she is going to take that 3-point shot and she's going to hit it if you're not in her face.
She's had some time to get them off, and she's done a good job of shooting tonight.
58-54. Rutgers by 4. St. Joseph's very much in this ball game. Ust outside. Lynn Ust from the foul line fires, no good. Rebound knocked around. St. Joseph's, good save. Shields with the basketball. St. Joseph's can cut it to 2 with 5 minutes remaining in the game. Here is Shields. Outside, Foley. No good. Rebound, Pikett. Good position for Vicki. And Janet Maloof across the midcourt line. Up ahead to Ustlin, wide open. Maloof, Cooper outside, no good. Rebound, St. Joe's. Rutgers has gone cold from the field over the last minute and a half. Shields dumps to Foley outside. Here's Shields. Kim Foley into Hodges, turnaround, baseline, takes it underneath, scores, and a foul. Brilliant move by Dale Hodges.
Great move by Hodges, and Jim Foster says what is really good about her is she has the ability to put the ball on the floor, and she did it that time. Wicks tried to ride her out of bounds. She's able to go around her.
Suzanne Cooper comes out. Vicky Pikett comes out. Austin and Linder back into the ball game. So Rutgers goes with Wicks, Linder, and Ust up front. Austin and Maloof in the backcourt. Dale Hodges at the line. She can pull St. Joseph's. And the score 58-56. I was going to say she could pull St. Joseph's to within one. It's a 2-point game. 58-56, 4:19 remaining. Wicks puts it up, no good. Rebound knocked around, it'll be Rutgers ball. Last touched by St. Joe's.
Shows you how crucial those rebounds are. St. Joe's comes down with that. They're going down the other end for the tie.
Wicks, foul line jumper, good! You talk about a good bounce, that was it.
That was a great bounce.
60-56, 4-point Rutgers lead, 4 minutes remaining in the game. Here is Foley outside. Stephanie Hughes brings it out. Shields for three, short. Rebound Austin. In the corner, Wicks. Austin, Ust. Inside Wicks, takes it, turn around, no good. Rebound knocked underneath. Last touched by Rutgers, and St. Joseph's with the basketball. Debbie Black back into the game. So St. Joseph's will go with that pressure defense. Black will bring it across for the for the Hawks. Top of the key. Shields standing at that three-point line. 3:15 remaining, a 4-point Rutgers lead. Here is Black. Dishes inside, knocked away. Double dribble called against Debbie Black. And on the turnover, Rutgers will get it back. And a timeout called by Jim Foster. He wants to talk it over. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Second half. A break in the action. The score, Rutgers 60, St. Joseph's 56.
Double your business. Advertise on Channel 6. Our new teleclassifieds can deliver your message to over 100,000 homes in central New Jersey with work for you. In words and pictures, your business will speak for itself. If computer advertising is the way of the future, then the future is here on Channel 6. Let us design an ad for you. Call 356-1013.
You got to give St. Joseph's a lot of credit, playing away from home on a court in which Rutgers is very, very tough. They have won 42 consecutive games, and the Hawks are right in it. They trail by 4 with 3:05 remaining.
Hanging tough, have to do a job though rebounding. They just can't seem to buy a basket now. Can't rely on Ellen Shields. She's already way above her average. Can't rely on her for the three-point play. We'll have to rely on Hodges inside and hitting that board and try to get Foley into the game a little bit.
You saw in that last three-point attempt by Shields moments ago, she was short. Reason being, Rutgers player came out and just put a hand up in Shields' face, something they weren't doing earlier. I think that probably is something that Coach Grentz pointed out. All right, Rutgers with the basketball. Austin quickly up court. 3 minutes even, second half. 60-56. RU. Here is Ust. Lady Knights averaging 63 points a game. They're right at that. Traveling on Lynn Ust. St. Joseph's can cut it to 2. Debbie Black across the midcourt line. Left side. Hodges, Foley puts it up, no good. Rebound tapped around. Wicks baseball pass to Austin. T. Austin catches up to it and scores.
What a great athletic move, because that pass may have been a little beyond her reach. She was able to catch up to it, still control herself, and go up for the shot. 2 for play. St. Joe's on the other end looking to get Foley into the ball game, but she couldn't convert, and that was Austin's 12th point.
62-56, Rutgers by 6. 2:15 remaining. Here's Black inside, thrown away. And the foul on Rutgers. I believe it's on Lynn Ust. Teresa Grentz furious on the sidelines.
She's furious because there was a late call, and the official let the offensive player call that. Foley turned and looked at him and said, "Gave me an elbow." Teresa Grentz is saying, "You call the game, don't let the players call it."
Black looks to inbound. She's having some problems. Thrown away. Ust with the steal. Maloof, Rutgers has a 3-on-1. Bounce pass. Lender lays it in. Rutgers by 8, 64-56. And St. Joe's needs a basket big time on this possession. Shields, three-pointer. Put up, no good. Rebound, Rutgers. Maloof with a 3-on-1. Here's Austin, loses, and the foul before the shot on Ellen Shields. Dick, Rutgers has taken over with the transition style of basketball.
No question about it. When Rutgers needs a basket, they get it, and that's certainly the mark of a good team.
Timeout, St. Joe's. 1:36 remaining. A break in the action. Rutgers 64, St. Joseph's 56.
Smoking can become a real burden, dragging you down, always getting in the way. And the longer you smoke, the heavier it gets. You know you should quit. Maybe you've even tried once or twice. But just when you think you're free, it's back again. The important thing is you can quit. Over 36 million smokers have. So keep trying. Get smoking off your back and out of your life for good.
Well, let's put it in perspective. How important is this game to both clubs? Obviously very important to Rutgers with a 42-game home winning streak and 11-game winning streak overall. And if they win this game, Dick, it'll virtually assure them of the top seed in the Atlantic 10 Conference Tournament, which will be played right here at Rutgers.
That assures them the chance to continue that streak and puts pressure on the other teams, with Rutgers having that home court advantage.
And St. Joseph's, of course, would like to come back and win this game, and they're not out of it yet. They trail by 8 with a minute and a half remaining, and of course with the three-point rule, there certainly is an opportunity for St. Joe's to pull it out.
I think so, but I think Shields is a little bit tired. Jimmy Foster may know that. She's having a little trouble hitting from the outside. After that last time out, they tried to get the ball into Foley, got it into her twice, and she just couldn't convert.
Right now, referee talking to Teresa Grentz. I don't know what Coach Grentz is talking about, but there seems to be some kind of discussion going on in front of the Rutgers bench. She's smiling, so it can't be that bad. All right, T. Austin's at the line. Talisha, a 61% free throw shooter. And she can really help Rutgers' cause here if she can hit both and hits the first. She'll get another. This can give Rutgers a 10-point lead. They'd be looking pretty good with a minute and a half remaining. Second on the way, good. Rutgers by 10, 66-56, 1:36 remaining. Well, St. Joe's made a run, but right now they're in trouble. Here is Black, Foley for 3, short. Rebound, Ust. Lynn Ust quickly up court. Austin outside. Lynn Ust. Maloof will hold it. Rutgers will play with the clock now a little bit. 1:14 remaining, 15 seconds on the 30-second shot clock. Ust at the top. Here's Austin outside. Rutgers running clock. St. Joe's will have to foul. Austin takes the jumper, no good. Rebound, St. Joseph's. Shields up quickly, stolen by Wicks. Restolen by Black. Loses the ball, knocked around. Maloof has it. Austin with 45 seconds remaining. Cross-court Ust. Here's Maloof. T. Austin. Maloof playing the clock. 10 seconds remaining on the 30-second shot clock. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Wicks, Sue Wicks. 5 seconds. Maloof for 3. Yes! Seconds. Rutgers will win this game. It'll be their 43rd consecutive victory here on the Athletic Center floor. Hodges puts it up and scores. 4 seconds, 3, knocked out of bounds. Nope, they keep it in, that's it. A big win for Rutgers. Lady Knights put on a spurt from about the 2-minute mark on. And win it going away from St. Joseph's. Your final, Rutgers 69, St. Joseph's 58, and a big win for RU.
I think a great win. The perimeter shooting for Rutgers is as good as we've seen it. Janet Maloof played a great job offensively. She always does. She always runs the club, but she shot so well from the outside, particularly that last three-pointer. You had Lender playing a great first half and doing a good job inside. T. Austin in the transition game. And Rutgers got the basket when they needed it and got the points when they needed it. St. Joe just had trouble when it went down the stretch like they did down at St. Joe's in the first game. So it was a good win for Rutgers. St. Joe's, though, still a tremendous basketball team, will make for an interesting Atlantic 10 playoff.
All right, Rutgers just about virtually assures themselves with a top seed in the Atlantic 10 tournament. They are still undefeated in the conference. For St. Joseph's, their second conference loss, both at the hands of Rutgers. That'll do it from the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. I want to thank you very much for joining us at home. You saw an exciting basketball game. Your final score, Rutgers 69, St. Joseph's 58 for Rutgers, their 20th victory